What is going on, entertainment? So time coming to y'all with another reality roundup. So first, we're gonna start off with a basketball wise. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to get into, you guys, is of course Jennifer. All right, so she sat down with the people that is most important in her man's life, which is his mama. Okay, and they basically sat down, they caught up, and they talked a little bit about marriage, and then also Vanessa gets brought up. Okay, so we bring up the bill collector, and Jennifer's man feels really adamant on confronting Vanessa about this whole situation because his kids did get brought up and everything like that. Now he did say he had a kid at 17. He looks young for his age. So obviously Jennifer's a cougar. So her bringing that up, you could kind of tell, kind of made him mad, and it triggers something in him because apparently he lost. I guess he says he lost custody of one of the kids when he was 17 because he was young, dumb. Okay, and was given out full of cup. All right, now Brittany, I'm sick and tired of you, girl. You hosted the Zeus reunion, and you mean to tell me this show is too hard for you to handle? You literally seen Amber get stomped out by ballistic beats, and you're acting as if this show is like the hardest thing you ever been through in your life. Girl, bye. Please. Okay, OG would love to have a word with you. Stop it. I'm so glad she's off the show. She's so dramatic. She's so like a victim mindset. It's ridiculous. Stop. And the way that she treated Jacille in that last scene that she did, Jacille had all rights to pop you low key because you would have thought that Jacille did something to you, girl. Sit down. Okay. I get the bias of the group, but let's not act like you didn't know what you were signing up for. You know, a lot of these girls are mean girls. You know, Jackie's a messy bitch. You know that Jennifer's a bougie bitch. Okay. You know that Shawnee's nostrils are very messy. Like, you kind of know what you're getting yourself into. So please don't act like, you know, you are shocked. That's like me going on Not STV and get mad when I get popped. Like, girl, I know what the heck I'm getting into. That's why I would never do dumbass show like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, you really have to have common sense signing up for some of these reality shows because they will end up doing some F-ish to you. And I just wish that she sort of knew what she was getting herself into. I just feel like her season, she did not have that bad of a season as she thought. Because a lot of these girls that have been on Basketball Wives have went through hell and back. Imagine when Tammy was there and got and popped Mika Claxton in her face. She clacks Mika Claxton in her face. You don't think Mika had a hard season? You didn't get popped not one time, and you're complaining. That is crazy. Now I get the toxicity and the mean girl of it all, and not being around that environment. But you've worked for Zeus, and you're still working for Zeus because you just appeared in a recent episode of Bad versus Wild. So I don't want to hear any of that. Okay? It's like a little bit too much. I think Brittany fits more of a love and hip hop type of style where it's more cast members. I feel like she wanted more people to film with. I think that she thought that like the cast was too small to sort of film around and wanted more girls to kind of interact with and play with, which I think Basketball always does need to do better at with casting more girls and getting rid of some of these OGs. Because Jennifer, I don't care to see her next season. Like, no shade. Like, she's not a nice girl and all, but like her story's been done. Like, come on now. Like, let's give it a back. So I kind of get that, right? So that's Brittany's end. We could kind of guess she's not coming back next season. Okay. Now, Levon and Evelyn, I pity Levon. She is not into that nigga at all. That meeting to where they went to go see that business location, she couldn't even give him like a like a oh my, it was just sad to watch, a genuine kiss and a hug. I said, oh, my heart broke for the nigga because he seemed like a nice guy. He really does. Like, you could tell he's not a dick. Like, he's just like a pure-hearted black man. Like, yeah, that's wrong. That's really wrong. what Evelyn did to that man. I really feel like she led him on just to get a coin for that show. Because when he reached in for that hug and she sort of, she gave him like a little, a passerby hug, and can continue to hug the realtor, whatever the event planner lady. It sucks. I love what Shawnee's husband. See, Shawnee, your husband made you more likable. No shade. I like you now. Because your husband. Because Shawnee's husband said something so right. He said, "You are not healed enough for Lavon." I said, I know you, I know that's right. You could tell that man is a solid nigga. And Evelyn is just too toxic. Evelyn is still attracted to toxic dick. That is why Lavon disgusts her. That's what it is. She stiff armed him so bad. It was like 2 Chainz. Watch out, little bit. It was given watch out, little bit. Okay. In this episode, we also found out that Jackie's daughter has a fiance and is now engaged, and Jackie had no idea. That spoke volumes. Sorry, Jackie. The fact that your daughter couldn't confide to you with something so personal and something so important, that is telling us a lot. Okay. I'm just saying. All right. It's giving. None of your daughters really want to tell you things like that, which I don't blame, because the way that damn Jackie be meddling in people's business. Remember when she popped up with her daughter Andrea and the boyfriend? I wouldn't have tell her either. Okay, parents, some of y'all need to do better, because some kids will not come to you with certain things just because of how you treat them and how they've been treated. All right, so I'm just saying. And also, we get to see Vanessa get confronted by Jennifer's man. Now, I will say he kept his cool for the most part. His tone was very pointed, okay, to her, which he has all rights. You did bring up the boy kids, which that ain't got nothing to do with nothing, all right? But I really feel like Vanessa didn't have the messiest intentions. I really feel like, especially after seeing Vanessa's husband, I kind of get why she is the way that she is. And I think that the husband's probably cheated her so many times, probably, and she's caught him. The fact that she probably doesn't want that to happen to any other woman because she knows how it feels like. So I think that's why she did all that investigative work. She didn't want Vanessa, she didn't want Jennifer to be an easy lick, which y'all know my opinion on that relationship. I still do think that she's an easy lick. Sorry. Okay. And also, Evelyn FaceTimes Shawnee and gives her an update as if Shawnee doesn't know what is going on in the group. I'm like, okay, girl, like, we know damn well Shawnee's keen to what is going on. She's the damn executive producer. Like, you don't think she knows that Brittany ain't filming with y'all? Come on, okay? Her nostrils tell us the truth. So that episode kind of ends off there. And next week, the girls kind of head for a trip, a mini trip, I guess, and only OGs are allowed. I'm like, okay, Shawnee, just name it basketball wise, OGs. Now off to Married to Medicine. Here's the thing. Quad, I don't feel sympathy for. Sorry. Okay? Because I feel like she could have even fought more in that scene. That scene that we saw. So the episode basically opens off with the dinner, and then they invite her back, and they let her know that she's not allowed in the clique no more. Like, there's no more clique. They're unclicking it. Okay? She gotta go. She, in my opinion, could have fought more to stay. I'm not saying you gotta beg to be like, please keep me, please, please. But my whole thing is, you could have kind of pushed to see and to tell the girls, hey, my worth in this group is valid. Don't, count me out. I want a friendship with y'all. I like y'all, so on and so forth. The fact that she easily gave up the way that she did is crazy. I feel like she went down without a fight. In my opinion, Nene didn't go down without a fight. She tried. The network just said, no, we ain't gonna pay no more coin. Her hands were tied. But best believe, if they gave her that coin and she was back on the show, you think she would allow these girls to push her out? Okay. She would have forced friendships before she bowed out and quit. No, she wasn't gonna do that. They were just playing with her money. That's the difference between what happened with like Nene and them, and then what happened to Quad. And now you know how Mariah feels. And she did an interview with Carlos King, which I'm going to be talking about Hollywood Hot Topics. And she basically says, oh, she sees how Mariah felt. Well, now not only you see it, now you're feeling it. And that's what you get. Okay. Because my whole thing is, Quad was so adamant and so gung ho in getting Mariah out the group, and she took joy and prowess into it. And not only that, Mariah was the one who created the show. If you guys don't know, Mariah just now is getting paid for Married to Medicine. She had to lawyer up and get all her legal matters together to be able to even get coin to be able to be getting executive producer money from Bravo. So she actually literally had to bust her ass for that. She didn't just get it handed to her. So that's why I appreciate Mariah, and I think she needs her flowers more than she's given credit for. So that's why I don't feel bad for Quad. I think Quad is an extreme narcissist. And the reason why I say that is because of that interview. Quad loves to hear herself talk. I mean, goddamn. That girl talked Carlos King ears off. I said, Jesus Lord. Like, you just love to hear yourself talk. Like, goddamn. I like to hear myself talk, but it's like, it's a limit. Like, there's not a limit to Quad. She does soliloquies. If y'all know what a soliloquy is, it's basically like a long, drawn out paragraph essay. Okay. That's what Mariah, that's how Quad talks. And it's like, Jesus Christ, like, we get it. We get it. You know what I'm saying? So we don't have to hear you go on a tangent about how you feel about certain things when we hear you clearly. Okay. That's the only thing that really gets on my nerves with Quad, that irritates me with her, is the fact that she loves to hear herself talk too much. I think without the show, though, she'll do fine. Quad has a great personality. She can start a YouTube channel. She can start her own platform. Like, Quad to me has done talk shows type stuff, talk show based type stuff. So she'll be fine. It's not like she's going to be struggling without the show. She's just going to have to pivot her career and kind of maneuver. But I think she'll do fine without the show. She could go down the podcast route, the two peas in a pod. Okay. Call your podcast Unmarried to Medicine. Okay. Or unmarried or medicinal breakup, my love. Call it that. That would be cute. Medicinal breakup, my love. Medicinal talk, my love. Okay. That would be cute. Something like that. Also, we get basically, since Quad's gone, they finally start to give Dr. Alicia more camera time, aka the other dentist. They thought she probably was gonna start beefing with Heavenly, but Heavenly apparently brought her on the show. That didn't end up happening. This Alicia lady does Bravo just cast now for Nigerians? Can we just start casting for Haitians? I want to get on the show. Not Married to Medicine, but just on Bravo. Like, can we start casting Haitians? Because y'all just casted Nigerians. And I don't like that. I'm not saying I don't like Nigerians, but I'm just saying, like, hey, give some other cultures some chances too. I love the fact that y'all giving cultures chances just in general. But I'm just saying, I noticed the influx of Nigerians as of late on Bravo. Okay. So she brings up, of course, her husband being Nigerian. We find out the fact that she kind of demasculates her man, which admitting that on TV is crazy, especially having a Nigerian husband and admitting that is even crazier. But I have seen some of my comments, and some of their culture mechanics are different. So excuse my ignorance, okay? But it seems like that's going to be a point of contention for the rest of the group. Now, Phaedra, I didn't forget about you. Phaedra to me is the slice of the snakes of them all. I think she slick and slid her way through that group so slithery, it's not even funny. She still has slime on her body to this day. Let me tell y'all something. I can guarantee you, and this is of course alleged, she, I think, was telling the group negative things that Quad was saying about them to her. I can guarantee you. And I think that's what made the girls feel more of a way. Somehow Phaedra, she's not to be trusted. We've seen this numerous times on many seasons of Atlanta Housewives. She not to be trusted. I really feel like she has something to do with Quad's disappearance and Quad's exit out the show. Quad, I'm telling you, check on that. Check on that. I'm just saying, that's just what I see from it. And that was most of the episode. Congratulations to Toya for going on this wine venture and starting a new business and really heading it out. Cause it was a big running joke with Toya not having a job. So I'm glad that, she let the girls know that, that that's not the case and mama could get to the bag too. Okay. So let's talk about Basketball Wives Orlando. So boom. Here's the thing. Here is the thing of everything. So it starts off with, of course, we see Megan talking to her intern, and she gets, I guess, a prize for just her big following, and she gets a Delray Beach trip. I think this is cap. And the reason why I say this is because Delray is very expensive. They're not just giving out trips because of followers. It's giving VH1 set this up, and they told um her intern to say that on camera. I'm not even trying to say that just to hate on Megan. I live down in South Florida, and Delray is no joke. Like, that is one of the most expensive cities. Like, it's very, very expensive. Nothing but straight white people live down here. Like, I don't live in Delray, but I've worked in Delray. And it's very affluent, and they just do not, mess with a lot of our kind. I will say that. So that's why it was kind of suspect to me that the gift was gifted to her for that trip with all those people. It just didn't make any sense, but it was a nice try on the production's end. So congratulations for trying. I'm just saying, like, I'm not gonna sit here and try to sugarcoat it to y'all. Like, it's just the truth. So mind y'all, Delray Beach, you guys, is very, very a little bit racist, but it's very, very beautiful. Like, it's very beautiful. It's very expensive. Like, the beaches are really, really nice, and it's a city that, like, the scenery is like amazing. So the girls all get to this dinner, and everybody's there except for Morgan, Mackenzie, and Mulan. And Megan's the one who kind of organizes it and puts it all together. So the moment that they get there, they all start talking or whatever. And of course, Ashley is there without her friends, Mackenzie and Mulan. Okay. So she's a little, she feels a little awkward because her crew ain't there, right? Now they start talking about the trip, and Megan decides to be a saint and extend an invitation to the Ashley, you guys could tell, does not like Megan. Like, I'm sorry, I can see why. It's because, to me, you can tell. I don't think Megan knows how to be a personable person. Like, she doesn't know how to just relate to somebody like on a real level. She, I feel like, tries to portray and give off a persona that she's actually not, which is off-putting to some people because it's like, just be yourself and kind of like tell the truth and tell her how it is instead of trying to figure out what's the newest gossip and so on and so forth in a clique of girls that I don't think she's way, way too familiar with for years of time. So of course the girls are probably gonna be more keen to her. But she basically confronts her on the podcast thing, and which I still think is dumb. She didn't call your podcast disgusting. She called Ford's big booty ass disgusting because he was talking about getting his booty ate and munched and crunched and licked and plumped. So of course, not everybody's into that. And no, not everybody wants to hear that, especially for a grown nigga. Okay, so I don't blame her. Like, come on now. They both kind of, squashed it or whatever, and she extends her the invitation to the trip, right? Which I think was fake. Not on Megan's side, but just their makeup. I just don't think they like each other like that. I don't think they didn't like each other from the jump. They saw who each other was, right? And this brothel situation gets brought up. Now, I think Ashley does have her friends. She does give me those type that she Ashley reminds me of Susie. She gives me Susie from Basketball Wives. Okay, just a little bit less messy. Now, Susie from Basketball Wives would have found out some information on Megan and would have stirred up some shit. That's why I like Susie. Susie was messy. That was the messiest white girl on TV at a frame of time. So I miss Susie and I wish we could bring her back. Okay. So I just wish Ashley was on that type of timing and found some information on Megan. So she found out some information on you about you having women in brothels and so on and so forth, which I don't really believe. Do I think she has whole friends? Yes. I think she has girls that are, kind of loose that she probably sticks on to niggas. But I don't think she's out here just having whole friends. Now, they go on the trip and they split the buses. It's giving baddies eats. It splits into two buses. One bus is house A, the other bus is house B. One bus is Morgan. Um, we got Morgan, Danielle, Megan, Nikki, and I believe Lindsay, if I'm not mistaken. And then the other bus, we have Mackenzie, Mulan, Neek, and somebody else. Slim. Oh yeah, Ashley. Right now, Nikki, I'm so disappointed in her. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think this is the right Nikki. I think they picked up another Nikki from Chicago and she just looked like the girl from Black Ink Crew because she gives follower. Like, I'm sorry. She throws the fuck out of me when I watch this show. I'm like, this cat be the same person because I'm confused. Okay, Four, I'm telling you, did a number on her. I really blame Four. We're gonna blame Four. Okay, I think he did a number on her. I really do. They get to the trip and they all get their rooms or whatever, their accommodations and stuff, and everybody gets their rooms and stuff. It looks really, really nice. Of course, like I told y'all, the scenery is always good when it comes to those cities. Now they get to this dinner, and you can already tell Ashley has like a juxtaposition of nastiness. She not too happy because she's there with a bunch of girls she don't like. And she basically says that she don't like Megan because she messy. Like, she sees Megan for who she is. And she's a queen of chaos. I agree. Okay? I think Megan's a little girl. And I think she has Megan to be isn't healed. So she likes drama. Like, she thrives off of it. Like, she likes being in beef and stuff like that. Me, it stresses me out. I get anxiety. My family has history of high blood pressure, bitch. I may cover drama, but I don't like to be in it. Megan gives me the type she likes to be in it. Not just from what I know, but just from what I see. Anyways, so Mulan ends up calling out Danielle. So she's like, Danielle, I got something to say to you. And she calls out Danielle for talking shit about Morgan. I believe her. Because why are these girls, to me, especially what happened over the weekend? If y'all don't know, the basketball Orlando girls were beefing. Neat called out Danielle for being the weakest bitch on the cast. It just gives all of these girls talk behind each other's backs, whether they're friends or not. So I do believe it. Okay. And what pissed me off is Morgan started to cry and believe this so easily and took Mulan's side instead of giving Danielle the benefit of the doubt, even though I do think Danielle was talking about her. Why though? I don't know. Because why would you talk about your best friend and tell her business? It kind of throws me. But like I said, these girls are a different breed. Okay. Morgan starts to cry. She's like, man, like she starts to get really, really emotional. And Morgan and Mulan and Danielle start going at it back and forth. Listen, if they argue one more time, they're gonna end up throwing hands. Because Mulan, you could tell, got a temper, and Danielle not a pussy. So both of them together, it's gonna end up in a big, big situation, and they're gonna start thumping. I could see that 100%. Okay. Now, Ashley, you guys, was getting a good old key out of it. She even met up with Mackenzie afterwards when they were at the pool and they were having a good old key about the whole situation because she was happy that the two besties that bullied her were getting into it, and she, took a laughter out of it. Now, now Ashley, you cool and all, but I don't like you getting a good key out of it because we still didn't forget what you did to Morgan, leaking the address and doing all that type of stuff. I don't like that. You giving me you're not a girl's girl. Yeah, I don't like that. All right. Now, Nikki and Mulan ended up meeting at the beach, and then it's the slow mo for me, bitch. Ashley looked like she was in the not Ashley. Morgan looked like she was in the damn uh Laguna Beach, bitch. MTV Laguna Beach. It's slow mo. She's walking down the beach, water's throwing, whisking her away, and she walks up to them. She's like, "Hey, like I heard, uh, I saw what happened yesterday and everything like that, and I checked my resources, and they did tell me that Danielle was talking crap about me. So y'all just sit up all day and just talk about each other and reveal each other business. Like that's crazy." That's the problem. People will tell you a secret. You tell one person that tells another person that thinks that thinks that they could trust that person tells another person that thinks that they could trust that person tells another person that thinks they could trust that person. Next thing you know, everybody know the business. And all is revealed. That's the problem. So I think that's something that happened with that whole situation and that went about. All right. Also, of course, not Ashley, I said Ashley, Morgan believes that Danielle was talking bad about her. So she is taking a Mulan side in this, which kind of rubbed me the wrong way because it shows me how you just believe somebody that's not as close to you as your best friend is, Danielle on the show. So it kind of threw me. All right. Now, I guess in next week's probably gonna be the last episode of their trip, and they still gonna be down in the Del Rey Beach. Okay. Now to tell you, I'm loving this show. I'm loving the clicks and stuff that they are having. I just don't like the little girl energy from Megan. Okay. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video. Potomac, all that happened is Robin. The girl just kept crying. Kept crying, kept crying, kept crying. Here's the thing with Robin. You hid your marriage issues because you were scared of what the other girls had to say, but you were so adamant to talk about everybody else's marriage issues. That's the issue I have. So don't all over here try to cry victim Mary J. Blige sitting on the ledge with your chancletas out, crying on a footstool about the girls making you the villain. Why am I being a villain? Like, this is crazy. And Candace, you are too soft-hearted. You know why? Because you are crying into this triangle. In this damn triangle, if you don't come out with your own line of napkins and tissues, bitch, I know something. Okay? Because them triangles are trademarked at this point. Stop being so emotional and feeling so lighthearted and caring for Robin because she could have cared less when your husband was being accused of allegedly making Giselle feel uncomfortable. Although she did defend Chris, I just feel like Candace says, you have to side eye somebody who's so willing to be friends with somebody that's messy as fuck. That's where Robin loses Candace, and I agree with her point 100%. She has 100% the right to feel that way because you're friends with somebody that tried to fuck over my husband. So why would I be still close with you? Because if you friends with somebody that could do that, you could do that too. So Candace has the right to feel about that. I just don't get the emotional part. I guess she claims that they were that close and they were that good of a friend. So she's hurting that Robin is hurting. But Robin didn't shed a tear for you when you was out here fighting next to your husband like you was Jonathan Majors and Megan Good. Okay? Fighting for the right. The only thing that Chris was missing was Jonathan Majors Freedom Rider shoes. Okay? And that was about it, you guys. Let me know what you guys think down below about some of these episodes. And we're out, babies. No personal thing.